recording of this race is sponsored by JB Transmission. Specializing in foreign and domestic repairs, trust JB for all your performance needs. Check us out at www.jbtransmission.com or visit us at 256 St. Mary's Road in Winnipeg. This video production is sponsored by RD Sales and Service Limited. We service what others sell. For all mechanical repairs, trust our professionals. RD Sales and Service is a proud sponsor of the number 17 Super Truck and Sprint Car.
This is Grant Hall. Outside of row 4 in the 8th starting position, the 00D is David Delane. Inside row 5, the 93 is Kaylin Cron. Outside the 3, this is a rookie, the driver Jason Somack. Inside row 6, driving the Coca-Cola number 8 is Dan Klim. Outside the 4 play is Jerry Bennett. Inside row 7, the 47 is Eric Frey. Rounding out the field, Brody Dobson in the 54. All right, your final feature of the night here at Red River Co-op Speedway. These are the Midwest Modifieds, your premier class here tonight. And we're going to turn them loose here momentarily. "15 laps on the Pepsi board, 15 on the score clock. All right, we're going to pair them up, and we are 1 to green. Austin Hunter joins Channing Sproul on row 1. Joe Tates and Steve Belanger pair up on row number 2. It is Borowski and Paul Veerd in row 3, and so on as we get set to go 15 times around here in your Midwest Modified division. Final feature of the night, Channing Sproul picks up the pace a little bit in turn number 3. He's looking over at our flag man. The green flag is down. It's up. We are racing. Hunter with the early lead. Austin Hunter, who picked up a win in Morden yesterday with lots of confidence here in the Keewatin Truck 44. Here comes the pair of Beard landscaping cars, 3rd and 4th. Austin Hunter makes a little mistake, and oh boy, here comes Channing Sproul on the inside. Austin Hunter looks like he's got a bit of a problem. Steve Belanger gets together with the 44 of Austin Hunter, who looks like he might be developing a bit of a push in that car. Certainly Austin Hunter is going backwards now. As Beard passes him, Borowski is working on him. So it is all Channing Sproul so far, but then we've got Belanger and Beard 2nd and 3rd, Borowski 4th, Hunter 5th. Borowski with some problems now. Look at that. Almost getting together with the 44 of Hunter. Here comes Grant Hall. This is a great race all over. Paul Beard on the inside of Channing Sproul. Yellow flag is out. We've got an incident. Looks like Eric Frey involved with a foreplay of Jerry Bennett. Uh-oh, troubles for Somack in the 3. Control arm on the right front, right rear flat tire at least on that car. Tough break for the rookie, Jason Somack. Well, Eric Frey remains over in turn number 4. These cars use a power glide transmission, which is a variation of a 2-speed transmission that was originally produced for passenger cars. That is a bit of the knock on these cars. The modifieds, the A-mods, actually run what they call a Burt transmission, which is a purpose-built racing transmission. And they say that over time, the Burts are far cheaper. Even though they're a racing-built transmission, they are far cheaper than having to rebuild power glides all the time. These cars did change over to a 3-link suspension, make them a little bit more competitive. However, the transmission issue remains in the Midwest modified class. Should they change to the more expensive Burt, which is actually cheaper in the long run, or should they stay with these power glides, which they say are still sort of junkyard transmissions? You can still find them, but the rebuilds are expensive. We got 6 down. We've got 9 to go here in your Midwest modified feature. Channing Sproul gets lucky there. Dirk went by him a lap earlier, but of course we had a yellow flag come out, so we do go back to the last completed lap of racing, and when we do that, well, the guy on that lap will return to the lead, and this time it's Channing Sproul in the 28 car. But a tough break for Eric Frey, who raced a couple races in the Northern Lightning Sprint Association and moved over to the Midwest Modified Division. Well, Chris Somack is finished for the evening, obviously. Jason Somack. Jason Somack driving the number 3. He is off the racetrack with problems. Well, Eric Frey is hooked up and obviously headed back to the pit area. Well, the GDS Auto Body and Glass 47 off to the pit area, and we're just going through the lineup, making sure all is good for the restart. Looks like we are going to go green this time around as the tow truck leaves turn 1. So it's Channing Sproul up front by his lonesome on row 1. Then the pair of 88 cars, Paul Viert and Steve Belanger. Then Borowski inside of row number 3, and David Delane outside of row 3. Here we go. Lots of traffic in turn 2 as Channing Sproul gets a good drive. Sproul with a push in the middle of 3 and 4, however. That could be his enemy here. Steve Belanger, the crew chief, on the outside of Paul Viert, dropping Viert to 3rd. Channing Sproul now, tries to overcome the push, throws it in too hard, and Channing Sproul, your leader, is around in turn 4, but he keeps going. Well, 1 lap ago I was telling you how that car was pushing in the middle of turn 3 and 4. What he did is threw it in harder to try to avoid that push and threw it in too hard and spun it out. Steve Belanger is pulling away from his boss, Paul Viert. Austin Hunter spun at the top of turn 4, but he will continue. Former go-kart racer is the number 44. Austin Hunter, a rookie in the division in 2012. Oh, look at the race for first place. Paul Viert is all over Steve Belanger, but he can't make the turn. Belanger's higher. The race for first continues. What a battle between Steve Belanger, the crew chief, and Paul Viert, the boss. 2 to go. White flag coming out this time around. Look at the battle in turn number 4. This is for first place. Without a doubt is the race to watch right now. The pair of Viert landscaping machines. In turn 3 and 4, Belanger trying not to make a mistake here. Checkered flag is waving. Your winner, Steve Belanger. Second spot, Paul Viert. Third, the 00D of David Delane with a good drive. Fourth, Grant Hall. Working his way from last to fifth, Brody Dobson in the 54 car with a heck of a drive. Brody Dobson looking awful good in the 54, right from the back jack. All right, so big feature win for Steve Belanger in the 88 S car. All cars entering the scale area right now. It is a Kissel and Associates number 88S of Steve Belanger, and he gets the checkered flag. Great job. Steve Belanger getting the helmet off in the case. Viert Landscaping, Kissel and Associates, Agra Sports 88S. A big win tonight here over the boss. What a job by Steve Belanger as he takes out the receiver and the earplugs and gets prepared to take this good-looking piece of hardware here on the stage.